India, ancient, enigmatic and eternal, a place where cows are sacred yet hunger prowls the streets, where towering temples touch the clouds and the soul searches for freedom, in a land built on invisible chains. To many, India and Hinduism are synonymous, as if birthed from the same primordial breath. But what if we told you that much of what we call Indian wasn't born here at all? 3,000 years ago, a mysterious wave of conquest swept through India. They called themselves Aryans, foreigners who arrived not with gifts, but with commandments. They brought language, they brought gods, and they brought a system that would fracture millions for millennia. It was the beginning of a hierarchy carved into the very soul, a caste system, rigid, unyielding, ordained by the heavens, enforced by the sword. A man born a servant would die a servant because they were told the gods had spoken. It was feudalism dressed as enlightenment, spiritual slavery masked as divine order. Who were the Aryans? Historians call them Indo-Europeans. Linguists see traces of them in Sanskrit and English alike, but others see something more. In 20th century Germany, Aryanism was rebranded as ideology, an ancient myth twisted into a justification for horror, and at its core, the idea that the Aryans were not only superior, but perhaps not entirely of this earth. Hymns speak of gods with blue skin, armed with fiery arrows, descending from the sky in chariots that roared like thunder and scorched the earth below. The Vedas called them Asura. Others might call them something else. Extraterrestrial, airships, beam weapons, interplanetary war. Not metaphors, but accounts. Memories, perhaps, of the last time the gods walked among men. Another feature of India's ancient culture, reincarnation, the great cosmic elevator. But who built the elevator? And who's pushing the buttons? Ancient Hinduism taught that karma and duty dictated your next life, that you were born poor, broken or untouchable, because you deserved it. Not because the gods needed someone to sweep their temples. One symbol echoed through time, the swastika, found in Mesopotamia, reborn in India, later wielded by the Nazis. A symbol of fortune that rarely brought it. Could it be a badge, a tribal flag of custodial origin, a reminder of where our gods once came from? But not all bowed to the cosmic hierarchy. In the 7th century BC, a new voice emerged. The Buddhists, non-violent, practical, rooted in the here and now, they asked, what if salvation wasn't above us, but within us? They rejected the gods, they questioned the chariots in the sky, and they lit a candle of clarity in a darkened world. A religion without chains, only tools. India today is a collage of contradictions, sacred and scarred, mystical and manipulated. Its soul still echoes with ancient hymns, but beneath the mantras, one question remains. Were the gods that came ever really gone? Civilization, a fragile construct shaped as much by ideas as by armies. And when those ideas come wrapped in celestial fire, bearing promises and punishments, who are we to question their source? You've just passed through a door, not of death, but of deception, into the spiritual engine room of ancient India, one story among many in the gods of Eden.